Hey, mini fish. Still the 29th of July, 2017. And I was just checking in on Jerusalem, on the Temple Mount here. And from what I gather in the Israeli papers here, it's fairly peaceful there on the Temple Mount. They had their prayers peacefully. And although it be a tense peace, it's still peaceful. They're claiming peaceful over there. So that's good. But everywhere else in the world, not so much. They're just screaming left and right and center that North Korea now can hit the entire United States with a missile. And, not for nothing, but this is about as blatant as it gets when we're looking at a setup. Let's just call it a setup. And I'm sure most of you, watching this, pretty aware of that. I mean, it's literally everywhere, and the reason I'm kind of stressing it is because when you see this, when you see them calling UN security meetings, that's when they're starting to really get serious. I mean, the United States should not have to really consult the UN to make any kind of move, but nonetheless, that's neither here nor there. But once again, they're saying, analysts said that could reach LA. As far as Chicago, New York. So they're putting that in the minds of the masses. And back to today's earlier video with the 35s. Now, I was trying to figure out where the link with the 35s. Oh, look here. 53% off. That's too funny. Since when is anything 53% off? That's a riot. But anyway, so I was looking through all the 35s, and I came to find out that Habakkuk, the prophet Habakkuk, and he is the 35th book in the Bible. That is the 35th book, Habakkuk. And there's only 3 chapters in Habakkuk. And so I went to Habakkuk, and this is the New International Version. Just for the wording, it's a little bit kind of easier to understand, but Habakkuk really is pleading to God, saying, how long must we wait and you don't listen? We cry out to you, violence, you don't save us. Why do you make me look at injustice? Why do you tolerate wrongdoing? Destruction and violence are before me. There's strife and conflict abounds. The law is paralyzed, and justice never prevails. The wicked hem in the righteous, so that the justice is perverted. And the Lord answers him, look at the nations, and watch, and be utterly amazed. For I am going to do something in your days that you would not believe, even if you were told. I am raising up the Babylonians, that ruthless and impetuous people who sweep across the whole earth to seize dwellings not their own. And it goes on, and I encourage you to read it. And in the King James, if you're a King James reader, it's much better, but this kind of just spells out basically the prophecy. And on top of this, I basically, cast a lot, if you want to call it that. And what I did was just open my Bible randomly, not looking, that type of thing. And it fell on 1 Thessalonians. And I'm looking at Thessalonians 3:5. And it's just talking about, keeping your faith and don't be tempted. And it's a short book. 1 Thessalonians, here we go. So then I go to 5:3 for 35, and it's the verse where we hear, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Now, you can take that for what you want, but I'm being shown this stuff for a purpose. And let's not forget that 2 verses before this, we're told, but of the time and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, 'cause you know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief. Okay? However, we do watch. We watch. Peace and grace, Manny Fish.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armour of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armour of God,